Alright, everybody. We got it sitting on the ground. Springs, shocks, spring, shocks. I just did a quick shock mounting on the back here. Bar, bolt straight through it. It's sleeved, and the bottom brackets, and that's about it. You know, just kind of boxed it in. Simple, easy. Okay, so now we're working on putting this Mopar steering box somewhere here. So back here or something. So I gotta figure out, oh jeez, I know it's aluminum, so it's a lot lighter than normal, but it's still kind of heavy and it's awkward. So I gotta figure out a good way to get it hung up there, just to, you know, get it in place. Maybe I'll make the hoops first, and then I'll be able to zip tie it or do something to hold it up there, so I don't have to, I don't know, so I don't have to bust my balls. So, as first things first, I gotta make a base for these hoops. I'll go up and around to connect to. Steve was here with me, and we're both sitting in the car kind of brainstorming what the heck we were gonna do. I think the plan is put a couple bungs in the frame, put 3-4 bungs in these feet. Yeah, that's fine. And have something come here, straight down, that will bolt into the side and bolt into the top, and the hoops will be attached to that. So we can unbolt that and still be able to take the body off, because that's the main goal here, is to be able to take the body on and off. I don't want to have to hole saw through this thing to weld it to the frame, and I don't know, I can't really find a good location for this without doing that. So I think that's what we're gonna do. All right, things are happening. I've had a lull past few days waiting on stuff for the steel shop for the Cowl steering that we're going to start on the Model T. So we got a Mopar steering box, and kind of the kit that somebody made, some dude on the ham, I'll probably link it, makes a kit to put these Mopar steering boxes as a Cowl steering unit. It's just really for the arm, the pitman arm and stuff like that. You got to make the hoop yourself and all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do in this video. And I want to show you a couple things that happened along the way to the shop that I think you'd enjoy a lot. So first off, you don't see any superchargers or anything on the top other than this VS57, only because it didn't fit in what I'm going to show you next. So, I got the bender out because I'm going to start bending some tubing for the hoop. But now, first thing you see when you walk into the shop is a nice, I believe 50s or 60s display case with all my trinkets in it. So yeah, it's hard to see with the reflection, but generator mounts, we got gauges, we got more gauges back there, we got ending mire intake, accessory, what do you call it, ornaments, another accessory ornament down in there, we got gas and oil memorabilia, of course McCullough superchargers, plural, box of new old stock, door lock springs, some doorknobs, shift knobs, we got a Trico fan, we got some more memorabilia, we got some chrome. This corner's the chrome corner. And hidden under there is a center section that's chrome. Got some carburetors, a lot of double pulley pumps, you know, some stuff. And it's really neat. I can't stop staring at it. I have to get a welding blanket to put on top of it, so when I'm doing some fab grinding and stuff on the bench here, it doesn't ruin the glass, because I can see that happening. I have some moving blanket right now for now to put on it when I'm doing stuff, but I'm going to try to stay away from it for right now. But yeah, other than that, that's the case. Yes, it's awesome. I don't know. I'm not really going to do a video on it because it's not too much. All I did was grab stuff from the walls and, you know, put it in here. But everything in this case is not for sale. NFS. So, okay, moving on. Got my JD squared, I think, who makes this? Sorry if I'm wrong. JMR tube bender. I got 1.25" dies in it now. I need to clean them up a bit. I'll grease them up. I haven't used these in a while. Haven't done a lot of tube fabrication around these parts. So, yeah, ever since I got into traditional hot rods, there's not really any tube fabrication. No chassis stuff, really, unless you're getting into race cars, which I'm not. So, haven't used this in a bit. But I also got stuff back from the steel place, which is these brackets that I made out of cardboard, little CAD. And, you know, they kind of go there. I'll show you. I'll show you quickly, and then I need to trim them up because they put a square edge on one that needed to be a radius, but I said don't worry about it. If it's easier for you to make it square and I can contour it later. So this will go here in a sense. Kind of box this whole thing in. There's going to be bungs into here and bungs into the frame. I'm going to do 3 half-20 bungs in the frame that connect to the other side frame rail, so it's going to be straight shot through, even though I'll weld the outside shut. So that'll be plenty strong there. And then the top, they're not going to be as big because it's just going through like 14 gauge anyway, so it's not like, or 16 gauge, I'm not sure what this is, but it's not awfully thick, so it's not crazy structural there. The main structure is in this, and it just putting pressure down onto that foot there. So Heat travels fast. Jeez. So I've got the bungs welded into the frame on the back side, which is the outside of the frame rails. And now I'm taking the plates off, and I'm going to hit those bungs from the inside.
Do you have any tungsten that's already sharp around?
No. Can you tack it?
From here?
Yeah.
Maybe. That's fucking hot.
Did it catch you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Fell.
It's okay.
It's fucking hot. Wow, holy shit.
Yes.
Alright. Stings and looks weird. So it's burnt?
Yeah, it's burnt.
Where? Oh, terrible
Right here.
fucking spot too.
Yeah. It's like right where the crease happens.
Great. My bad. Wow, that thing is solid. I'm talking to myself under my breath, but man, this thing is solid. I don't even think it needs... Oh my god! I guess it could do a couple bolts here, but wow. It's a lot more solid than I thought it was going to be. Not that I didn't think it was going to be solid, but I thought like you'd need at least something holding it down here for it to not flex. But wow, this thing is solid. That's good. It's good science. When we put that in, it's going to be even more solid. It's going to be awesome. Should probably just make a flat plate that comes here, down, and bolts into this, so it's kind of like one piece. And then I can figure out mounting it to the roll bar. Alright, here's a closer look at all this stuff. Just weld it there, this little piece from the side comes up and around, down here, same side. Yes, I did have to weld this. I messed up my measurement and it was too wide. I cut it but sleeved it with solid. There's solid 1-inch round stock in here, so don't worry about that. Yeah, so the plate comes all the way down. This is 3/16 mild steel. I think this is super beefy. Like I pull on this thing like hard, and it does not move an inch. So I think once we have some screws screwing into here, they'll be plenty strong for the steering box. Alright, so now I'm making this bracket that I was talking about. I have this piece. I'm working with scraps here, so I could have made this in one, could have made this in one piece, but like I said, I'm working with scraps. So I got this piece, and I got this here. That'll go right there. So this is going to be one bracket, 2 bolt holes there, one more from underneath. So I'm just going to weld this here, flat, and then back over here, trace this kind of what this looks like, transfer that to here, so it's not some scrap looking piece. So this transfer punch is not sharp at all. So let's see if it does anything. Not terrible. Now it's on right. Now it's on right. 6 minutes later. This sucks sometimes. Whew. That's hot. Alright, by now you're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing. So, this will go in here. Somehow. Okay, it's on there. Wow, that's a pain in the butt. And this is the stuff that's going to make it work. He could put a cylinder over it that makes it look pretty. I don't care about that right now. Just got to make it work. So, this I have to weld to that. This is really hard to do, to mark this up in just space. Alright, so I got some tubing bent up, welded onto the cage. I know it looks a little funky. I think it looks pretty cool. To mount this bracket here, I do want to put a couple more pieces of, not tubing, but like bracing-ish. I don't know, make it look somewhat alright. I just want to bolt this back up to make sure I have enough clearance with stuff. Because I know the box is kind of big and awkward. It comes down in some spots, so I want to make sure the bracing I do doesn't affect anything else. Alright, sorry for no clips of how I did this, but you know, kind of just wrap some steel around here, wrap some steel around that corner, just to kind of stiffen everything up a little more. Just instead of a plate pretty much tack welded in two places, I have it pretty much fully tied into those bars. And then obviously those pipes are fully tied into this cage, and the cage is tied into the frame. It's super strong. So that's it for this on here, except for me bolting this back in and kind of bolting the steering box where it belongs. Oh, I can actually see the steering wheel. Yeah, we can do that. Alright, so I got the steering wheel in. I even got the dash on, and it kind of works out pretty well. You really just gonna have to make like a little spacer there, kind of move that over a tad. But let's see what we got over here. Here it is in. Not anything special. See if you can see more. Probably with the dash out. Yeah, okay. There's that little spline thing. So I'm gonna weld this all around once he comes here and make sure it's long enough for him. I think everything's in the right position. I think it's good for me. I'm sitting on this block, which would make the seat pretty low, but I think that's what he wants. So it's that high off the ground. I got enough room there for a small brake, clutch, and you know, oh, he's only gonna have a brake and a gas, so brake right here, gas over here. Clutch would kind of get a little hairy, but you get a cool spot to put your foot, you know. Let's see. Oh, shit. Almost man down. Okay. Alright, seat probably, well, seat, as you can see, plenty of room to go backwards. And I'm kind of close to the steering wheel, so in case the seat goes up and back some, it's still comfortable to hold. And it's definitely going back some because there's plenty of space there. And I'm kind of, not so cramped, but I'm pretty cramped up. But I can move back and drive pretty comfortably. Backing up. So, but yeah, not many people can say they can rest their foot on a roll cage for Cowl steering. So that's pretty cool. You can rest it right there. It's something dumb, you know, but I don't know. I think it's coming out pretty cool.